Boom, we're on air.
I mean, you got to understand, 30 years of not winning the World Series, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Boom
Now
goes
there's
the
all
King
this
Dynamite.
traffic and shit. There's like a million-man parade and shit. It's like, good lord.
It's almost like a curse afterwards, though. Like, you're like, yeah, we did it. Oh, shit, now we're cursed. Because now it's happened the same thing in San Francisco.
Now
Yeah,
the
it's
terrorists are coming to get us. We're like a target now.
No, I think they went after the French.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think they're going to look at Kansas City and be like, we need to attack that place right there.
The French are not backing down.
No, there was fucking raids all night last night, apparently.
I think they're tired of all this. The French immediately give up shit, and they're just like, we will hunt them down. We will murder them.
France is pissed.
Yeah.
What was it? The mother of one of the people was like, I don't think he meant to do it. I think it was, he was just experimenting or some bullshit. It's just like, really? All right, lady. Like, I get it. Nobody wants to admit, like, my kid turned out to be a monster. Like, I totally understand. But at the same time, it's like, why did anybody give her a voice? Yeah, like, why even put that in an article? It's cruel. It's cruel to her because she really didn't have much to do with it. Like, obviously, this dude became an adult and just lost his fucking mind.
Yeah.
What else drives you to go blow shit up?
There's not much positive to say about it,
Yeah.
I like how he just kind of careened into a conversation.
Yeah, fucking productions.
I said we're live, and then he was like, boom, talking about the stuff, so we started talking.
I had a thing.
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
Fucking
Should we
traffic.
actually do an intro, though?
Should we do the intro? I don't know. Should we? Nobody watches us.
Is this 49, though? Isn't this?
We
No,
are
this is
Untitled.
50. Untitled
is
Podcast 50.
Yeah.
50!
2 more, and we've done an official year of these Google Hangout thingies. Then we can kill ourselves, and it'll all be fine. And it'll all become more valuable because we're dead. That's how it works, right? With the artists.
That is true. We should cut off our ears and mail them to someone, though. That's a thing.
So I've got like 2 or 3 really good, just silly, quick articles that I thought were pretty hilarious.
Yay.
Just because like they're nonsense.
Yay.
Like, let's see. So there's a movie coming out apparently called The Gods of Egypt, and the cast is I guess mostly white because it's
Shout out to
not an
Autumn
American movie.
Okay.
And everybody's really pissed off because of that. And the director came out and straight up was just like, I have to sell tickets. A bunch of like unnamed people from like the Middle East are not going to sell tickets.
So he went with movie stars in his movie.
Yeah, I know. In a predominantly white country. Well, still sort of predominantly white. But yeah, it's just like
overly white.
Just ridiculous.
One might say.
I just thought this was, what was it? I can't mount a film on this budget where I have to rely on tax rebates in Spain and say that my lead actor is Mohammed so-and-so from such and such. I'm just not going to get it financed. So the question doesn't even come up.
Yeah,
Which is
do you
absolutely
want to finance?
true.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe for maybe that's not so good. Maybe it is.
Well, you know what?
But that's how it is. I mean,
who's going to give you, $140
You're not
million?
getting money for your movie if you don't have names attached to it in Hollywood.
Who's going to give you $140 million with no chance that you're going to make it back?
With some guy.
Yeah. Like, they want somebody who they know, if they put this guy in a movie, they're going to get that $140 million plus back. Because that's how it fucking works.
So who is it? Like, Johnny Depp? Like, who's going to...
I don't know. It's just that the cast isn't all Egyptian people. Like, there's one black dude and a bunch of white dudes. Or chicks, I don't really know. I didn't pay enough attention because, honestly, the movie sounds fucking terrible.
With a bunch of white dudes. Sounds like...
Yeah. But basically, like, all the characters are apparently, like, white, except for, like, 1 or 2. It's a shitty movie to start with.
Yeah. But they're...
they're
gods of Egypt. They look like dudes. They don't look like gods to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it looks like a shitty movie to start with.
I want the sun god.
Great.
I want a war of Egyptian gods is what I want.
Yeah. So this one I heard on the radio, and I was like, nah, it can't be that ridiculous, but it actually is. So a kid in Florida, like 9-year-old dude, was writing love notes to some girl that he really liked.
A 9-year-old dude. It's a little
Yeah.
kid.
A 9-year-old dude.
Everybody's a dude.
Okay.
Dude,
Wasn't a chick.
dude,
Man.
we're all dudes.
Yeah.
Aren't we all dudes under the skin?
I don't like where this is going.
But no, like he wrote a bunch of love letters to this girl, and like I guess he was getting made fun of. And then at some point, the principal got involved and let the kid know that if he didn't stop writing the notes, he would be charged with sexual harassment by the police.
Oh shit.
They would take it to the police.
Can a 9-year-old
And,
be
like-
sexual? Like, is that even
See,
possible?
there's
at that
my
age?
point. The person who sees a 9-year-old writing love notes to another 9-year-old and thinks sexual doesn't need to work with kids.
Yeah, because it's like not every at 9 years old, it's not about sex. Like they're like.
No, he really likes the
Hopefully
girl.
it isn't. Maybe I'm severely.
Well,
out of
and now
date.
the poor kid's fucking traumatized. So
But
I'm
that's
sure the
what-
next time he's into a girl, he's gonna have all sorts of fucking weird stress issues pop
Oh,
up.
he can never hit on a girl again without
Yeah.
without some shit coming up in his head like, oh shit,
Yeah.
am I gonna go to jail for this?
Yeah, exactly.
He's
He's
done.
gonna associate liking women with jail.
Just go to college now. Get it over with.
But it's just like it's such a ridiculous thing. Like they really should fire that principal. Like that principal just does not need to work with kids. Because you could just sit the kid down and be like, look, she's not really interested. It's time to stop. This is,
I mean, it
becomes
say-
rude to do this.
They did say to stop, but I think going like sexual harassment route was going a little extreme.
Yeah. Oh no, you
Yeah.
definitely sit the kid down and be like, look, the girl's not interested.
Yeah.
If you need to stop. It's
This is
not
how it
very
works
polite.
in the real world. Sometimes
Life lesson
the girl
time.
isn't interested, and you
Yeah.
move on.
And that would have been a great little thing to talk, and they probably would have been better to leave that to the mom, provided that the mom was actually willing to be like, all right, look, it's time to stop, kiddo. She's not interested. Maybe some other girl will be.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So I just thought that was
Assuming
hilarious.
the parents worth a fuck, some parents.
Yeah. Well, her comment was like, my kid didn't need to know that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be
He's
kind
9.
Yeah, he's a 9-year-old. He's a 9-year-old dude.
I thought
Leave
that was
him
just ridiculous. It was so over the top.
Yeah.
Sorry
Well,
about
it's
this
Florida,
little dude.
Keep on trucking, little dude. You'll find
Yeah.
chicks someday. Or at this point, you'll probably find a dude, because chicks will just make you think of jail.
Or just move to Sweden. You can enter a proper relationship.
Well, no, in Sweden, you could just become a Muslim, and then it's okay for you to rape people.
Oh.
Then you can do whatever you want, because that's how it works in Sweden, apparently.
Wow.
I,
Stabby with the exploits.
previous practice shows that to be absolutely true. I don't understand how that's wrong.
God damn, dude. That's
They've demonstrated that factually that is how it works in fucking Sweden. You know?
fucking
What, am
turn
I
it up
supposed
to
pretend it's
11.
not true?
And if they try to get you in trouble, then you can be like, "Hey, you're
Cultural
persecu-
insensitivity.
Yeah, you're persecuting me."
Yeah, and then they'll back off.
It's my deeply held religious belief that I get to, hurt other people.
Yeah, and they're fine with it.
That's cool.
If their track record shows that that's how it works in Sweden, it's not really weird for me to say that that's how it works in Sweden.
Oh yeah, no, it's not weird at all.
Fucking meatballs.
It's fucked up from our perspective because we're not insane. But in Sweden, that's how shit goes. I'm thinking of moving there. No.
Sweden's fucking weird, man.
The Swedish chef is becoming a Muslim now.
Is he really?
I
That'd be
don't know.
funny. I'd watch that.
Oh shit! Is this like Fat Lady?
So, yeah, apparently somebody decided to make a comic book based on nothing else than that this superheroine is like a big fat chick.
Okay.
Nice.
She's like a nerd who got powers or something.
To
And
be
it's
fair,
like, it
that's
sounds
not-
incredibly boring.
To be fair, it's not the worst superhero idea I've ever heard of, but it's
At
definitely
least
not up there on good.
it's a new IP, but I don't think anybody's going to give a shit.
Oh no, her name's Faith. Is this some Jesus shit?
No, like, look, here she is blogging.
Oh. Well, Jesus can blog.
Because that's what superheroes do.
Well, go
It
up,
just
a,
sounds
go
so
up one
boring.
picture. Didn't she kind of look like Jesus in that first one? She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I am the
it's
light,
an
I am
attempt
the
to look
way.
like
Look
it.
at that. Have faith in me. Shout out
Oh
to
no, it's
JC.
definitely well, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Progressivism is more of a religion than a political ideology at this point.
Ouch.
Shout out to JC. Is that what you're
Shots fired. Yeah, shout out to JC, my main man. He died on the
And
cross for your sins. It's not funny.
he's up in the penthouse.
He was a white guy.
Well, and the funny thing is,
Penthouse up in
she's
the
not
sky.
just like fat. She's extremely unhealthily overweight. Like, this is pretty fucking unhealthy
Look
looking.
at those tits. She's
Yeah,
got
they look
bigger
like they could
tits than
flap.
fucking Power Girl.
Well, most of that is probably just fat that she could lose.
Well, yeah.
Here's another picture of her that shows, like, this is just an incredibly unhealthy amount of weight. Like, I don't have a problem with people being like,
her
hey,
everyday
you know what, I
outfit.
look fine. Just don't deny that that's really unhealthy.
And then that weird polka dot skirt thing too.
With the leggings, so you don't show, like, the weird cellulite.
You don't want to see her
Otherwise,
bags.
you'd be wearing something that's not really true.
Fucking
But here's the best
Really?
part of it, I thought, that was kind of funny, was that she gets
She
this
gets
super
a
fit
skinny,
dude.
hunky man. What the fuck? Should it be a fat guy?
Yeah, I was like, I mean, yeah, do whatever you want. It's
Or
your
like a
thing,
super
but-
skinny, nerdy guy? Or someone that's like not the norm? For
But that's like the
sexual
thing-
attractiveness?
Well, I think that's the thing that most people get really just don't really follow that whole fat acceptance thing, because they're like, yeah, it's all these huge women who think they should get the hottest dudes.
Right underneath
doing
every
any of the
ass is
work.
like Hollywood. This is what you need to live up to right here.
Yeah. And so it's just it's ridiculous. If they were going like, oh yeah, fat acceptance, and I'm gonna go date a big old fat dude, then I'd be like, sure, right on. But they all seem to expect that like this guy's gonna fall in love with them, and it's like, nah. He's gonna go for the chick that put in the amount of work that he put in to look good, you know.
I hope this works out well. I doubt I'm gonna.
I
doubt
doubt
I'm
we'll ever
going
hear
to
from
have
it again.
anything to do with this. Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
doubt we'll ever hear another word about this. This is probably the only article that'll even be written.
All the fat chicks will like it.
No, I bet you it's gonna have like a following of like maybe 1,000 readers.
And I mean,
Because
I
it just
do
doesn't
like
sound very interesting.
I do like the idea of it. I mean, like, yes, not every freaking superhuman or super powered person should be like this, you know, Adonis of humanity.
But it's like her main characteristic is she's fat.
It's
Like that's her personality is that she's fat, and it's like what?
Yeah,
Like-
it's forced.
It's like, yeah, add the same sort of superhero concept, like whatever superpower this person should have, but then yeah, just make them look normal.
But there are way
That right
way
there is
worse-
already like fucking amazing. Go
There's
for
way
it.
worse superheroes that exist right now that have had actual comic books made. Like
Oh,
there's been
yeah.
a fucking comic for every fucking concept under the sun ever.
Well, I'm actually kind of
I'm
happy
not
because it puts some of the concepts into the crucible of ideas, and you get to see
Yeah.
what floats and what doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm totally for that. Put
And-
your weird, personal issues out into a web comic and see if it floats. I don't think anybody's going to give a shit.
Well,
Yeah.
at least they're trying. I'll give them
You know,
props for that.
But
Yeah,
yeah, at least they're actually doing something instead
They're
of just
doing
complaining.
something instead of sitting on the internet talking about how awesome they are and how everything sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Supergirl looks like it's gonna tank
That's my job.
the
Really?
Supergirl show.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's just they're force feeding like feminist propaganda into it.
DC is shitting all over their own properties severely,
Yeah.
and they gave away Spider-Man to Sony, and they've pissed away that property.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn. It's like they want to do what Marvel did and have
Well-
this big universe that you watch one movie and that flows into the next and into the next
Arrow-
and the next series.
The Arrow and the Flash TV series are
Yeah.
both really good. I like them. I think they're doing pretty good at reimagining those superheroes.
Yeah, but see that
Um,
they're giving them time to develop those characters.
Yeah,
DC
and when they're going to
wants to
have more series on that channel.
DC wants to
They're all
shit
the
out a
same
bunch
thing.
of movies like Marvel and expect them to be. They want to fast track to a Marvel universe, and you can't do it that way.
Oh, like in the movies? No, the shows I
Yeah.
think is where DC's shining. I don't think they're going to do well in the movies.
Shows are much better. DC is always better represented in shows.
Yeah, well, they're more like intricate plots.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to have like 2 or 3 more series on CW that are all going to be sharing the same world as the Arrow and the Flash. Like they've already done a lot of crossover stuff between the two shows that's really well done, and I think it's interesting. I don't know. I like it. I'm just.
What universe is that? Is that connected to like? Any of the other shows like the Lois and Clark Superman or like
No, they're not connecting it to any of that.
Like
And
when you
Supergirl's
mentioned-
not connected to it either.
when you mention Flash, it's like I automatically want to know who is Superman in that universe.
Because that's the only thing that matters.
Because that's the only thing I care about. It's like, oh, there's Flash. That means Superman's got to be around there somewhere, and
They
Batman.
haven't had him yet.
So Batman and Superman, they need to make an appearance. Just saying.
It would be cool if they did, but it doesn't look like they're likely to. Yeah, I mean, they've got that Gotham series, which
Or is
is
this like a
awful.
Smallville? Huh?
It is sort of like Smallville, but it's just only the Flash and the Green Lantern.
Okay.
And they're not really very strictly, like, they follow most of the comic book stuff, but they're not strictly sticking with the comic book stuff. So it's kind of cool because it's new stories.
The comics don't even strictly follow the comic book stuff.
True, there's so many versions.
There's so many versions now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But, like I don't know, the Flash had one thing that I thought was pretty poorly thought out. And it was that the Reverse Flash came back in time following the Flash from the future,
Mega Flash.
and he got stuck in the past, and
Okay.
he killed the Flash's mother,
No, Terminator style.
and that was sort of like the genesis of the kid moving on to become the Flash. And the Reverse Flash is the one who created the machine that caused the lightning bolt that caused the kid to turn into the Flash.
So
When he was a
Flash's
adult.
greatest enemy created the Flash.
And then the Reverse
Okay.
Flash's ancestor, at the end of the first or second season, kills himself to kill the Reverse Flash,
Sure.
but none of that stuff is undone.
Oh. That doesn't
So
make
it's like
sense.
a really weird, like, time
Paradox thing.
paradox. Yeah,
Time hasn't caught
like the
up yet.
kid's mother should never be dead, and he would never be the Flash, and it would all be undone at that point. But then, how could the guy kill himself? I mean, I think they didn't really do that part very well.
Didn't
Because it's a
quite
pretty
think
big
that through.
paradox.
The only
Yeah.
answer is to split off into another universe that gets out of the loop, basically.
Yeah, that's essentially what I think is going to happen. It's not. I haven't watched the third season yet because it's not on Netflix, and I don't watch TV very. Just don't watch TV.
Yeah, TV. Yeah.
I don't like commercials, so I'd much rather pay like $9 and have commercial-free shows.
Walking
I'm totally
Dead is the
down with
last live TV show I watch,
that.
and that's usually DVR'd.
Yeah, I DVR like a couple of different shows, but that's it. Anyway, we should probably not talk about like what we fucking watch on TV.
So what are you watching, Angle? Angle, you
Oh.
had nothing to say about the Flash talk. You had nothing
I'm
about.
sorry. I don't like the Flash.
Is this like-
It's just like
Huh?
Is this your
Like,
version
really?
of Dog Stories? Like it just didn't hold your interest?
yeah. I'm just sitting there like I'm being Mike in this. This is what I'm being 40 Mike. I was like, whatever. I'm
Dog
just hanging out
stories.
back.
Yeah,
I'm just listening.
not everybody's gonna like it, man. Totally down.
I mean, like, cool superhero, I guess, but it's more along the lines
Not
of
really. He just
can
goes
ru-
really fast.
he can run really fast.
The
which
fun
is
with the
cool.
Flash was always that he was irreverent and rude and like cocky and funny.
Yeah.
That was his whole
The
thing.
dumbest shit ever is when they make Superman faster than the Flash, and then it's like the Flash literally has nothing now.
Yeah, there's no point.
That's like Superman can do everything,
Well,
and he's better.
I think that someone like tried to actually calculate that, like by what people say, like
Yeah,
say of
they
it.
do.
But it's just, like, I guess they did technically say that the Flash is faster.
The universe is so inconsistent.
But yeah, it waxes and wanes with whatever.
That's
is
like a
happening
big
at
my
the
dog
time.
is better than your dog argument. Like, who the fuck cares? You both have dogs. Be happy with your dog.
It depends on whose show
Your dogs
it is.
Your
Is
dogs
it a
are both fucking
Superman
amazing.
show? Oh, Superman's faster. Is it a show about the Flash? Well, the Flash is faster.
Yeah, probably.
That's how it works. The end.
So I thought this was
What about
funny.
sandwiches?
Let's
Yeah,
talk
like
about.
there's a cafe, a Pakistani sandwich cafe under fire because they put up posters like this and everybody's all pissed off about it.
If
She won't make you a sandwich, we will. I think that's fucking hilarious.
dumb bitch, you better make me a fucking sandwich or I'll get them to do it.
Behind every successful man is a woman who made sandwiches for him, Voltaire. Like, they clearly are
That's true.
having a laugh, you know?
Yeah, I
Voltaire
think
did
this,
say
this
that.
has to be a shtick.
So
Yeah, so the
basically,
people are all pissed off.
We'll go back. The picture looked like she was a lady from the 1950s. Like, it even had that feel to it.
Oh, here's their here's their response to the complaints. New menu: sandwich number 1, sandwich number 2, all the way through 5, and then no cheap marketing, feminist friendly, no not offensive, no misogyny, innovative, no celebrities involved. Pack, not India.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, but I thought that was hilarious.
That's great. Oh my gosh.
I just thought it was funny. Like, they had a great idea.
Yeah. If that dumb bitch doesn't
I
make
feel
you a
like-
sandwich, you don't have to hit her. You can just go get one from their lovely little
But they weren't even
restaurant.
saying that shit. They were just being like, hey, if she won't make you a sandwich, we'll do it. $5. We'll make you a sandwich.
And I feel like that is it's targeting a very select group of people. Like that's what that's doing.
People
Which
with
is
a sense of
funny.
humor.
People with that kind of sense of humor, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a very
But,
large
yeah.
portion of the community. Because
I
the
think
majority of men and the majority of women are going to be like, see that, and you're like, ah, nice. Yeah, like, whatever.
Yeah.
They're
This
going to
may-
remember it, and they're more
this
likely
may
to be
be
like,
hard to
oh, yeah,
believe.
that place sells sandwiches.
This may be
Yeah.
hard to believe, but I have a penis, and I've also made sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remove your penis. A handful of things I thought I would never say.
Yeah, really.
Penis now, so-
So this is not. I want to clarify here. I don't think this is representative of feminism.
Okay.
I think this is one person who's completely
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I thought right after he said it was perfect.
It was like a
I
fucking
just think this
cruise
is
liner
one.
just went
Yeah.
by.
I think this is one person who's just absolutely out of their mind.
Okay.
Okay.
So
What
here
would
we
a woman's
go.
society look
Utopia? What a woman's society looks like? Yeah. And so here we go. Men's position in society. Before we do anything, the very first measure to adopt is to take all men out of all positions of decision making immediately, and actually out of any kind of social professional position whatsoever.
Okay.
Let me just
So then, let's see here. They're going to kill all the serial killers, serial torturers, pimps, pornographers,
Whoa,
domestic
hold on.
abusers.
Whoa. They went from serial killers to pornographers.
Yeah, no, it gets better.
Like, that's one hell of a
Rapists,
jump.
genocide planners, I don't know who that is, biocide planners, and pedocriminals across the world will simply be euthanized.
Oh shit.
Okay. I love how
The decision will be
pornographers
taken
are
by
like
women in a mass
serial
world
killers.
tribunal for patriarchal crimes.
Okay.
This is like some gladiator shit right there.
Well, then she goes on to justify it, but essentially it comes down to it.
No,
Be reckless to
Look at the
spend
next
space,
sentence.
resources, and
This
energy.
is by far the best solution.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. But it would be reckless to spend money keeping them alive, essentially is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So just clean out the prisons.
Just like insane people and criminals. It's like it wastes money, just murder
Oh.
them all now.
All of men's, and this is both the living and the euthanized. I don't know why she feels the need to add that.
Okay.
Because all of men's sort of really covers that. Belongings, property, and resources and land will be confiscated from men and handed back to female care and supervision. I'm not sure how that you hand it back to somebody who didn't have it in the first place, but okay. Property rights over land will be abolished. You can't own land. That's going to work well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be tons of people who'd be down for that.
So their
Oh yeah,
solution,
beachfront property? Sure, you could all have it.
their solution to ending the current state of sexism is to enact a far worse state of sexism later.
Or just level of insanity, because this keeps getting better. All men, at least above 15 or younger, if very antisocial, should live separately from women and children on their own in small huts or studios, isolated from one another, and scattered around so that women can keep an eye on them.
Why not just
So
kill them? Wouldn't it be a lot easier to just kill them?
They should never be in groups or packs. That would be illegal.
Yeah.
We're
We
dogs.
We wouldn't want them
Yay!
exchanging ideas with one another. Good lord.
So it would also
This is
So it would
Nazi
also
shit.
be illegal for male adults to impose their presence on females, girls, and children. Men would have to care for themselves on their own.
Wait.
That's never happened before.
So the men, when they're children, they're fine. They're just children. But then as soon as they hit puberty, they become evil.
Yeah, no. Wait, here's the best part. So from doing this, their life expectancy, presumably men's, would probably drop to the age of 40.
Okay.
But that's how things should be. Women's life expectancy without men would rise to 130 years at least.
Without men, women will live forever.
Yay!
This makes immortality.
Fucking sense.
Hey, it gets even better. If you kill the men and drink their blood, you become immortal and beautiful forever. It's
well,
true.
so thought the the Lady of Bathory, right?
Good lord.
PIV would be illegal too, of course. And if you're curious about what PIV, that's penis in vagina.
Of course. Anal only.
Okay, so then how does the reproduction of the human race work?
Oh, they're going to work on that whole, like, two women breeding together thing.
Oh, okay. They go that route.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The whole, like, almost asexual sort of.
Just clone, yeah. We can just clone each other now, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually it's going to go that way.
But just clone only women.
So to see family, child raising, and reproduction. Fathers' rights will cease to exist. Well, we all figured that part out.
Yeah, I think
There is no such thing as fatherhood. As we all know, it's a myth.
Yeah. Sperm doesn't cause children. That's
magic pixie dust does.
yeah. The Cabbage Patch has a diamond in it.
I knew
And
it.
then, yeah, something.
It is the inalienable right of each woman to control every phase of her reproduction and life creation. Abortion will be possible at any stage of pregnancy.
Good lord.
However, there will hardly be such a thing as an undesired pregnancy since there won't be any men forcing pregnancies on us anymore.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
Every pregnancy is something forced upon women. Good.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just bizarre.
Well, no, it's every pregnancy that men are involved with must be forced.
Ah, yeah.
I think that's.
So, here we
Because
go.
a
They're gonna
woman
use
can never force
parthenogenesis.
anyone to do anything.
Parthenogenesis or procreation with two female eggs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, is that a thing? Is that actually a thing?
Oh, you
Like a
could totally do
possible
that.
thing.
You could probably do it.
it's possible, but I don't know if it's really.
I think cloning's the way to go with this.
Yeah.
And then they could clone us to the point where men don't have penises anymore, and then maybe we'll be good enough.
Well, I would question.
Did I go too far?
Well, I would question if you did parthenogenesis. What would be the rate of like birth defects because you're using really similar genetic material as opposed to.
Dude, you can abort at any stage.
Yeah, true.
That's
Yeah.
not an
Does
issue.
that count as when they reach their teenage years? You can abort them too.
Fucking, oh god. Start like dropping them.
that's
Like,
called
oh
an,
fuck, it's been 12 years. I give up. Stab.
It's called an exo-vagina abortion.
Yeah.
I'm
The nuclear
screaming.
family will be abolished. I think we'd all figured that part out.
It's like,
Yeah.
I didn't murder him. I just aborted him at the age of 11.
Children will be considered as persons in need for autonomy, and all form of punishment, authority, or educational manipulation over children will be equally abolished.
Okay. So parents, right? So even the women don't have rights over their children. Women collectively, okay. What?
Let's see. Schools as we know them as punitive reclusion centers for grooming into male domination and female subordination. Let's see, parentheses, as well as selection system for the elite executors of patriarchal institutions, parentheses.
I have a lot of problems with
will
the
be
school
abolished.
system too, but it's not that bad. Like,
Well, I think some schools are
Lord.
like pushing everybody to behave the same way, and like some kids are more rambunctious than others and just don't learn the same way, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a real issue. Kids
Yeah,
need to
that's
run out
excellent.
and play sometimes. Not all of them are going to be that into it, but some kids just need to run around like fucking mad people for like a good 20 minutes before they can sit down and learn math.
I know that's me. I didn't want to learn math anyways, but I know that's still me.
which they still do that.
Well, and the thing is, it's like, primarily that's boys, but some girls are like that too. It's not like it's just men.
I don't agree with this Center for Grooming into Male Domination and Female Subordination.
Yeah. If anything, it's a center for like grooming kids to fall into the corporate guidelines. You know, that's what it was for originally. Was to like it was a pre-factory fucking system. That's why it starts when it does and ends when it does. 7 to 3 is first shift, 3 to 11 is second shift, and 11 to 7 is third shift.
Yeah.
And they were training kids for first shift.
Of course.
Ouch.
I thought it was about education.
No, originally it was designed to teach them the basics that they would need and groom them to work in factory positions. Like that's why you work for 2 hours, get a break, work for 2 hours, get a break for lunch, then you work for 2 hours, get a break, and then work for 2 hours and you're done. And initially, you know, there weren't really breaks in factories, but I mean that's essentially what they were doing, was just teaching kids how to like be ready to go and do a job, because that's what most of the jobs were.
So because we were miserable in school, it prepped us to be able to be miserable at work. It makes
it's not like a sinister thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
it's not.
the majority of
No,
jobs were just like that. So
it makes a lot of sense.
Teach kids to work in that kind of conditions.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy though.
Teach them to be subordinate now.
Let's speed this shit up.
It's like the cigarette industry. You got to hook them while they're young.
Let's see. Social structures between women. All relationships of authority, domination, and subordination will be abolished between all women of all ages. Okay. I'm not sure how that's going to work, because they're still human, right?
I mean, all people shit on each other. Like, that's just humanity.
Some people are naturally subordinate, and some people are naturally dominant. Like, some people just are better at leading, and some people are better at following.
Yeah, but how are you going to stop a child from being subordinate to their parent if that's how they want the relationship to work like that?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
How is that going to work? I don't understand.
I like how we're critiquing what might potentially be a crazy person's idea.
Yeah, this is obviously a crazy person.
What the fuck are we doing?
So let's see, men institutions. Do we really want to go over more of the stuff with men? It just gets real weird.
I would say that if women had been dominant throughout history, maybe things would have been better.
Well, there are
maybe some things would turn out worse. I don't fucking know, but I know
there are civilizations that are still run by women.
I know this ain't the fucking solution to end sexism, is to enact sexism on a much larger scale to the opposite sex.
In a creepy Hitler-esque way.
Good lord, people. Like,
but no, there's more than one groups of people that are like, women are the ones who run it and have since it started.
Yeah, but all the dominant fucking cultures throughout history mostly are like patriarchies.
Yeah, well, all the matriarchies like got to the point of like huts and never went further.
Oh.
That's what we have so far. Like, it's not to say that that's the only thing that could come out, but that's what's happened so far.
So if it was up to women, we'd all still be living in huts because they're too stupid to invent technology.
Oh, shit.
Like, good lord, Stabby. You almost sound as bad as the article just then.
I'm saying so far the only matriarchies that have existed haven't gone beyond a certain point. That's not like some sort of like I'm saying that they
and I'm not convinced it's because they're matriarchies, because we have this thing called what is it, the Queen of England, like.
England has never been a matriarchy, though. That's been kings mostly throughout history.
But we have one now.
Yeah. I don't know if I would call the Queen the person in charge, though. I mean, isn't Parliament basically what runs the country?
Probably, yeah. She's like a tourist attraction.
with a little bit of power, I'm sure, and plenty of sway. But yeah, it's not so much a matriarchy.
Dude, she can visit your country and wave. She will do that.
Well, I think
she'll wave her wrist off.
She will. Dude.
I think she can still dissolve the Parliament.
Yeah, no, I'm saying she could totally make it a matriarchy.
What?
But I feel like
that would not. There would be a fucking revolt.
I don't feel like that'd go well with the rest of the world.
It still would be a matriarchy, though.
That's crazy.
Like, matriarchy and patriarchy are two different things, and yeah, throughout history, patriarchies have dominated, but matriarchy would be like women run everything.
Yeah.
And just like a patriarchy would be like men run everything.
And if there was a country that was as big as the countries that we have now, like England, that was run by women, I don't think that would necessarily mean, oh well, they obviously can't do as good.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the matriarchies that we do have didn't get past that stage of like living in huts. They still exist, and that's where they're at.
Lots of patriarchies
couldn't get further.
Lots of patriarchies stayed in that stage too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why pointing clear out to be some sort of like
that there's probably other.
No, not at all.
I'm pointing out facts.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It's
but
like
if
everybody
you look at
develops a certain length.
But if you look at where cultures have gotten, the cultures where it's neither matriarchal or patriarchal have done the best overall.
It's because they all kind of figured their shit out and trying to get along.
Yeah. Well, no, once they stopped worrying about, like,
who the fuck
who
runs
did what, and they just started looking at, like, let's make this meritocracy. That's the cultures that have gone the farthest.
America, fuck yeah. Except for we really
not really
didn't
America
figure out
anymore.
I'd still like to know if women had been in the positions of power all throughout history, how much things would be different. And of course, there's no way to know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the best you have is there are groups of people where that's been the case, but let's see. Oh, here, medicine is great. Men would be permanently banned from any kind of medical practice.
Yeah.
All woman-hating genocidal institutions such as gynecology, psychiatry, obstetrics, big pharma, the torture of living beings in the name of scientific experimentation will be banned.
Whoa. Gynecology is woman-hating?
Apparently so, according to her.
Isn't that an entire field of study dedicated to helping
and genocidal
women? Like, only women?
Actually, I still think the majority of gynecologists are men. I mean, it's changing.
But I mean, it's a science devoted to female health.
Yes.
How is that woman-hating?
I don't know. Men's fragmented, objectifying, sadistic view of the human body will be part of history.
So pregnancy health is also woman-hating.
Wait. This gets better. Replaced by biophilic medicine. Medical science will no longer be monopolized by a small elite, but available to all at any age where appropriate. The female doctor's role will be to guide the patient in her own healing.
The doctor's role.
Exercise authority over her or take decisions at her expense.
Hold on now. Doctor, patient, this sounds like an authoritarian type of relationship where one person has authority over another person. I thought all that was banned.
Well, no, they're going to change that. They're going to change so the doctor is now a guide, not a like an authoritarian figure.
But that's what they are now. Like, you don't have to do what the doctor says.
Yeah.
Like, you can just say, no, I refuse treatment, and then that's it.
And go find another doctor. It's in some cases that's you should get second opinions.
But having a doctor as a guide, that's a position of authority over another person.
But anyway, that's what she's saying. Like, I get what you're saying. But wait, it gets better.
Tell them what they've done now.
Spaces where surgery is necessary, etc., will be so nice, warm, and welcoming that just being there will make you feel better.
It'll give you the warm fuzzies. Excellent.
The soul and life conditions of a person will always be considered part of the body, and symptoms will always be understood in a holistic way.
Okay.
There will be no more chemical, synthetic, and toxic products, with often worse side effects than the illness itself claims to heal.
Oh, yeah. Now we're going to talk about how all medicine is fucking cold and evil and just designed to take your money and at the same time poison you with their toxins.
Except for I do understand the whole diet pills that cause anal seepage or something. Like, that sounds a bit backwards.
Now 10% less anal leakage.
Exactly.
Yay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Perfect health would be the normal state of women anyway, as we will learn by experience and observation what we should eat and do to stay healthy at all seasons and times. Most women will have rediscovered our healing divination and extrasensory communication powers.
So women are fucking magical. Now it makes... Okay, I finally understand where this guy's coming from. Women are magical, and the only reason
that wrote this.
No, dude, the only reason they're not healthy now is because evil men have made it to where they can't access their natural powers of divinity and womanness. The vagina is magical.
man.
It was on Oprah.
There's only a couple more things I want to go through though, because otherwise this just gets kind of silly.
The better part of
But,
like
we gotta
20
do
minutes
religion.
on this one thing.
Yeah,
We need to
religion.
do
Spiritual connection isn't based on faith, but on critical observation and experience, on a real personal connection to the elements, beings, and spirits that surround us, and on the real magnetic power of beings.
So basically, you need to adopt this person's religion too.
Yeah, essentially.
Like their religion.
I'm not gonna read out the economy stuff, but this is great. So
Oh,
basically, all of the things that make technology possible,
God. No, please, no.
she's going to eliminate.
No, please. Stabby.
There's not going to be
I can't
any
take any
sort of-
more of this. This is really.
You've broken him.
This is fucking insane. Yeah.
You've broken Mike.
But
damn it.
everybody is going to live by supporting themselves without any real technology.
So we're gonna go back. God damn it, we're back to huts with women in charge. Fuck me.
It's great. No, you're gonna have like there's gonna be no eating of meat, but it's all gonna be vegetables, and they're just gonna figure
We
out
all
how to
gotta
plant
be
things so that it
vegans, too.
sustains itself, so that you
Jesus.
don't actually have to do anything.
This person's from California. Do we have to do yoga while we're doing all this too?
No, it's just this is just so fucking insane. It just gets so it's like I could read through the whole thing, but it's just such nonsense that it just doesn't. It's hard to like read.
Don't do it. I can't take anymore.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious. I just thought that was great because it's like obviously this isn't your
I'm
average
getting
feminist. This
terrified.
is somebody
Throw in the
out of their
towel.
goddamn mind.
Good lord.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. I can't take much more of this, Captain.
I just don't have.
Oh, I just thought that was hilarious because it was so bizarre. Like it was just like, wouldn't you want to just sit down and have like a cup of coffee with that chick?
No.
Just see where her crazy goes.
I think there were.
I think that'd be
I
hilarious.
think there were quite a few unfounded assumptions in the article. That's all I'm going to say.
I just want to know how eliminating technology of any kind is going to somehow make you capable of sustainable farming, enough to feed everybody on the planet.
Because technology doesn't help make more food, Stabby. That's all evil corporation stuff.
Well,
Illuminati
obviously,
confirmed.
Illuminati?
Yeah, you got to figure this
Not
stuff
the
out.
Illuminati.
It's all connected.
Oh my god.
They're using the satellites to beam down energy waves that cancel out your natural psychic abilities. It's true. Go look it up.
Oh man.
If
That's
someone
the real
has
magnetic
will
powers.
sometime.
The real magnetic powers that we haven't been praying to.
Oh, magnetic powers. I forgot.
I
Yeah.
want magnetic powers.
So we can all be like Magneto.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
For those evil
I just
penises.
that lady's out of her goddamn mind. I just like it's amazing.
You know what I learned? If I chop off my penis, I can become Magneto. That's what I learned from
That's
that
what you
article.
learned from that. You know what? That's probably more realistic and rational than any of the stuff written down.
Good lord. So do we have anything else, or was that it? Are we just broken now?
We can always discuss the Mizzou thing.
Yay.
Mizzou?
You didn't know about the Missouri protest stuff?
I heard about it.
I haven't
Oddly
been,
enough,
I can't imagine why, Mike.
for some
It
reason.
might be because it might be down the fucking street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But,
essentially,
Please, fill me
there are
in.
3 instances that occurred.
Yay.
Somebody in one of the bathrooms drew a swastika on the wall with poop.
Oh.
The other 2 that I don't believe are confirmed. They're
I like
just
to call that a shitstica.
yeah. And so the school responded to that by calling the police and reporting it and letting the police do their investigation.
It's just a swastika with poo.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
it's
definitely
almost punishment in and of itself that
unsanitary.
somebody had to use their own poop to make a swastika on the wall.
Yeah, it's definitely unsanitary. And
No,
yeah,
no, but then the other 2
poor taste.
instances. I'll leave a link to an article. I'm not going to go through the article because it's Fox News, and I hate having to agree with Fox News.
it's fine to agree with them if they're right about something. It's just hardly ever the case.
Yeah, Mizzou's student body president has claimed that some people in a red truck of driving by and calling him like nigger and stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay.
And
shit.
then what was the third instance? Oh, the hunger striker.
Okay.
The interesting thing about the hunger striker, he's the son of a man who made almost $7 million last year. So I don't know what the fuck he's striking about because he's sure as fuck not being oppressed.
He's Stryker.
Psycho.
But essentially, these three things caused the sports team to refuse to play until the president of the university stepped down.
Okay. Wow.
Because it had, even though none of this had anything to do with him, nor had he any control over any of these things.
Or he was the one that made the poop swastika.
Yeah, like what is he supposed to
Ooh.
do? Fucking hire Tom Cruise to start preventing future crimes?
Yeah, I would.
Well, and the second event wasn't even on campus.
Huh.
So that was an off-campus event. Like he claimed that when the people shouted racial slurs, that wasn't even like something that occurred on campus. So I'm not sure what the school's supposed to do about that. Because
Yeah,
they have no fucking authority past their walls and very little in their walls.
you call the police for
Yeah.
that one, basically, and then they're going to be like, okay,
Well, and if it happened on campus, that's what they would do too.
you can file a report,
Call
and
the police.
that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, unless you knew which student it was, you could expel that student. But other than that, no, you call the police and they investigate.
Sure.
They do, that's how that works.
And then they're like, yeah, we can't do anything. Because they drove away a long fucking time ago, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
They're not going to be able to do much.
Unless you wrote down the license plate number, which it's kind of suspicious
Ooh.
that you didn't.
Wow.
If you're gonna complain about it, why wouldn't you have taken down the license plate number? It's not like it's that hard.
Pencil and pad, asshole.
Oh yeah, everybody has a phone. Everybody has a fucking phone that they can just be like Siri and then fucking say it into their phone.
They had a swastika over their license plate number, okay? It's not that simple.
And it's Dookie Fresh.
Yeah, it's
I
Dookie Fresh.
especially like the person who's hunger striking because he's being oppressed, whose father made $7 million the year prior to that. It's like, who's oppressing you?
Hunger striking will cut down on poop swastikas.
Yeah, really. I said let him starve. But no, because the football team decided that they weren't going to play until the president stepped down, despite none of this having anything to do with the president of the school.
Wow.
There's a $1 million fine involved if they don't show up and play.
Wow.
So the school would have to pay $1 million to the, I don't know, whatever the group is. So basically, I imagine he was forced to
The
step down.
sports mafia sounds like Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's like, hey, you owe us $1 million.
College football is big money, man, especially in the Midwest.
I get it. No, I get it. It's a business.
But I would imagine the school board forced him to voluntarily step down, and I think it's disgusting. I think they should have absolutely not done it.
How do you force someone to step down voluntarily? Like that forcing. You
give them the option of you either step down voluntarily or we fire you.
But that's forcing. You see.
Yeah, it is. But then you don't have to you don't have to publicly admit that you forced them to do it.
Oh.
Essentially, it's like they sign a thing saying I'm stepping down voluntarily.
We know the truth, though.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's what happened. I would be shocked if it were anything else.
It's like that thing where there's a big controversy, and then they're like, for completely unrelated reasons, I will now be stepping down as CEO of the company. And it's like, yeah it's totally for those reasons.
No, I mean, the school stood to lose $1 million. Of course they fired the president.
Yeah.
But I think it's ridiculous that they did. They should have just been like, all right, well, we'll have other people play the football for us.
Meanwhile, if you want to fire a teacher for burning crosses into a student, it takes about $1 million.
Yeah,
Yay.
exactly.
Wait. Where did that come from?
Oh, that's we covered that a long time ago.
Oh, right.
It's one of my favorite stories.
That's one of your favorites.
It just blows my mind that
that's how it works.
That school caved to that. It was like, it'd be different if it was something the president had actually done wrong. Like if you'd been like, you know what, poop swastikas, deal with it. I don't know what you're all whining about. Just fucking deal with it. We're just going to leave it there. It's art.
Worst things happen in college than poop swastikas.
But I mean, it's just like, what's he supposed to do? Put on a deerstalker cap, a magnifying glass, and go Sherlock Holmes and find out who the fuck did it? Like, is that what we're expecting from the president of our universities now?
Yeah.
No, you should be able to solve all the crimes that occur on your university. I mean, I know there's a couple 100,000 kids there.
I expect you to run that university and star in the next Assassin's Creed game, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I want out of you.
Straight up. Didn't you see the dotted line that told you where to find the perpetrator? I mean, come on, these
Pussy.
quests aren't that hard to turn in, man.
Use your Eagle Vision, asshole.
Assassinate them like all in front of everybody. Just
I want to see his hidden blade. He's probably got a nice one.
It's so gross that actually was effective, that actually worked.
Hey, you know, people
Like that the university was so fucking
fucked up
pussy
things
that
to
they were like, oh,
Oh,
you
well.
guys don't like things, so we'll just let you run the whole fucking school, man.
Yep. Just
Like,
cave.
all right, well, I guess forget about educating students, because that would have been a great opportunity.
That's the solution now, is to just cave. It's like, oh, terrorists don't want this movie to come out? Cave.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want this to happen? We'll just cave. Oh, the fucking feminists are all pissed off? We'll cave.
Or there's also the Charlie Sheen has HIV thing. I don't know if you guys heard about
Charlie
that.
Sheen has HIV,
heard it.
just cave.
Yeah, just cave.
God damn it.
I think everybody and their mother is hearing about Charlie Sheen having HIV.
Is anyone surprised?
No.
Yeah. Well, I know people that are. And
The
like,
controversy, I think, right now is there's a good chance that he didn't tell a lot of his sexual partners that he had HIV, and in California, that's absolutely illegal.
and it should
Comes
be.
with a 4-year prison sentence.
Because
So-
you could, effectively almost murder someone like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you ruin their life, essentially. Because I'm sure a lot of the people that he was fucking were porn stars and prostitutes. The two big P's. So, either way, if they end up with HIV, they're pretty well, out of
Porn
that.
stars, serial killers, whatever.
Same goddamn thing.
Same thing.
Oh, God, that shit was
They're all
that's
degenerates.
amazing.
Murder them all.
Well, I mean, it's like that one dude who did the whole fucking TEDx talk, I should specify, because TEDx talks are about as scientific as the short bus. It is. It's like you give all the short bus kids like a microphone and be like, "Hey, tell me what you think about science." Yeah, TEDx.
The short bus was the only bus that drove by my house, so I got to ride the short bus.
I'm not surprised.
It's awesome.
I'm sorry, that was low hanging fruit. Come on, it's like you put the ball on the tee.
The best people at the school. They weren't assholes.
So friendly.
Yeah.
I
Like,
like
hey, no one on the bus is being a fucking dickhead. Like when Forrest Gump first gets on the bus and everyone's like, you can't sit here. Everyone on that bus is like, sit here, please.
Well, my dad was a bus driver for a number of years, and he drove the short bus. And the first time he drove
That doesn't surprise me.
the kids ended up talking him into they basically tricked him into going to almost all the way to San Francisco.
Good lord.
'Cause, they were
He drove the
helping him
short
out with
bus.
directions. Well, no, they were helping out with directions, and he was just too stressed and because it was his first day of actually driving the school bus.
So he counted on all the retarded kids for directions.
Well, and they didn't do it by accident either. They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Kids.
Oh, I used to work with retarded people.
Those
I
little
thought it was
rascals.
great. That was my favorite group of people to work with.
Well, yeah.
I even voluntarily spent Thanksgiving there and cooked Thanksgiving dinner for everybody and stuff. It was awesome.
Usually handicapped people are nicer. In
It's like dealing with kids.
my day-to-day experience, they
Yeah.
just happen to be nicer people. Except for this one kid, he would he would punk people. He'd be like, "Give me your movie ticket. I need to prove to my mom that I went to the movie tonight." And then it's like, "Well, what if I don't want to give it to you?" He's like, "I'll fuck you up." It's like, all right.
Like, goddamn kid.
Well, and he knows he's going to get away with it because nobody wants to be the guy that beat up the retarded kid.
Yeah, no one's gonna beat up
Yeah.
that kid.
They're like, no, I can't fight you because then everybody will hate me for fighting you.
I was like, "Here,
And I
take
can
my."
easily.
I was like, "Take my movie ticket," and he's like, "Don't you need to prove to your mom you went to the movie?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't do fucked up shit all the time. I just have trust."
As it turns out, when you don't fuck your parents over, they tend to trust you with shit.
Yeah, it's like
No.
I don't need. I was gonna throw it away, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
love
well, I
and
mean
need
that's
it.
why I had the authority when I was babysitting my brother and sister when we were all younger to actually ground them if necessary.
Ouch.
Yeah, I could ground them for like one day from one thing.
That's like Super Brother. That's like the worst shit ever. It's like he's gonna sneak up
I
on
don't
you,
know that I
punch
used
you in
it.
the head,
I
and
may
then
have
ground
used it like once.
you.
Oh,
But you were
I've-
good. You weren't like a
I've-
tyrannical.
No, I mean, it's just like, if you're gonna not do the stuff you're supposed to do just because mom and dad took off, then yeah, you're gonna end up with a punishment. And besides, my parents totally could have vetoed that at any given second. It's not like they would have, if I'd been like, well, he wouldn't watch the show I wanted to. He's grounded from TV for the
Like,
next.
well, we can't question Stabby's authority over his
Yeah,
brother.
it's not like they weren't gonna be like, no.
That's not happening.
Yeah, the brothers I
would
know,
buy it
if,
anyway.
if the brothers I knew had that type of authority over their siblings, it would have been a fucking disaster.
I was 6 years older than my brother, and I'm 12 years older than my sister. So, like, there wasn't as much of the rivalry because we weren't close enough in age for there to be.
Babysitters
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a rivalry. Like, we certainly didn't get along. We fought a lot, but it wasn't quite as bad as, like, the brothers that are, like, a year apart.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
one accidentally stabbing the other brother in the leg with a knife or something.
Good
My brother
God.
tried to stab me in the leg
Oh,
once.
It happens.
Yeah, I caught the knife.
Kids.
He didn't
You got
he
the
didn't
knife?
succeed.
Would you catch it like with your teeth?
No, I caught his wrist, and the knife was just denting the
Oh.
jeans material of my my leg.
You got to grab the wrist.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch the actual knife. I should say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I say I caught the knife, I meant I caught its wrist. My bad.
No, I saw someone catch the knife once, and it's like, should have gone
That's
for the
really
wrist.
Stupid. That's
Ow!
oh,
God damn it.
damn.
Yay, sibling rivalry.
Hey, shout
Oh
out
no,
to brothers.
I'm sure there's like a martial arts thing. If you do it the right way, you can just grab the knife blade and take it away from the guy. But
Oh, dude, yeah. You see that?
I'm sure
sweet
that
kung
guy
fu-
wasn't the guy who knew that.
No,
There was just a lot of blood instead.
he in fact was not. Yeah, he was like, he's got a knife.
Oh god, peace elf. That's my first move. Peace elf.
It's like he does have a knife.
Just a little bit.
So, how are things?
I
I
think
got
it's
the garage cleaned out and hung a couple TVs last week.
nice.
TVs.
I think that
Outdated.
kind of answers our question of whether or not we should keep this going.
No, we keep going.
Yeah.
They're pretty kick-ass, man. They like those fully articulated TV hanger arm things where they pull out from the wall and you can turn them side to side, and
Yeah.
yeah, they're pretty cool. Are we all good now? Is that enough?
I think that's good.
Shout out to TV.
Shout out to all the stuff where I can drain my time into.
Shout out to
Like
dog
game-
stories and TVs.
Amen.
Woohoo!
And